Do you want to build your business credit fast? Well, then you're going to love this hack. It's all about starter vendors, and using these starter vendors will extend credit to almost any business to jumpstart your business credit building and get yourself really quickly to getting all the credit that you want without a personal guarantee and without a personal credit check. How do you do it? Well, I'm going to show you right now during this training. You're going to walk away understanding this hack and how to tap into these powerful starter vendors to start getting approvals right away and then getting access to the credit that you actually need to grow your business. We got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. So there's a myth that you can't get business credit unless you're already an established business. And like I said, it's a myth. If you just started your business today, you can start getting approved for vendor credit if you're tapping into the right kind of vendor credit, which is starter vendors. So business credit can be used to start your business. It can be used to grow your business. And here's the best part. You can get business credit regardless of personal credit quality, even if you have no cash flow, even if you have no collateral. So cash flow, credit, collateral, the three main requirements for getting any kind of financing you don't even need when you're building business credit. You're able to get high limit business credit cards, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and almost every major retailer. You're able to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in auto financing. You're able to get credit cards of major fuel stations to be able to repair, maintain vehicles, and so many other purposes. And you can get this credit without the personal guarantee, without the personal credit check, even without supplying revenue verification and collateral. It's all possible with business credit, but as always, there's a catch. Here's the catch. You can't get it unless you already have credit. What? How do we get credit when you have to have credit to be able to get it? That's exactly where starter vendors come in. Starter vendors are the ultimate hack to business credit building, and here's why. Anybody can get them. If you just started your business today and you set up a fundable foundation, which by the way, you can go to youtube.com/credit suite, just type in fundability, and you'll get all kind of information on how to set up that fundability foundation. So if you set up a strong fundable foundation, then you can immediately, like week one of opening your business, go in and start to get approvals with these starter vendors. Now, what makes these starter vendors so unique? Well, I'll tell you, they're really unique. Only 1% of vendors that exist today even meet the criteria to be a starter vendor. It's why it's a secret. It's why most people don't know anything about this hack, because 99% of the credit out there does not qualify as a starter vendor. It's not creditors that will give you credit when you don't have any already. Starter vendors are unique because of two very distinct factors. Number one, they will give you credit when you have none. Unlike other vendors and other business credit sources that require that you have 3, 5, 7, 10, 20 accounts on your business credit reports, vendors don't have that requirement. These starter vendors will give you credit and they will become your first account on your business credit report. So they're a way to jumpstart your business credit building, because you don't have to wait to get revenue and all these things a growing business requires to build business credit. Instead, what you're able to do is use this hack, get starter vendors right from the beginning that will give you credit when you have none. Now, the second factor that makes these starter vendors unique is they take the credit that they give you and they report it to a business credit reporting agency. Here's why this is a really big deal. Over 90% of vendors that exist today, people that will actually give you credit and extend you credit, they don't report that credit to a business credit reporting agency. But starter vendors are unique because they'll give you credit when you have none, and they actually take the credit they give you and they report it to a business credit reporting agency, helping you build business credit. Now, here's why this is crucial. Because first of all, these starter vendors sell stuff that you want and need now anyways. Outdoor supplies, office supplies, website creation, advertising services, all kinds of things you're probably spending for right now using personal credit. Well, they'll give you credit to be able to buy all of that stuff. And they report the credit you're using to the business credit reporting agencies, helping you add accounts and continue to build your business credit profiles and scores. And the more you build your business credit profiles and the more you increase your scores, the more types of credit and financing become available to you, in large part without personal guarantees and credit checks. So a lot of benefits that these starter vendors provide you. So here's the next question. Who the heck are these starter vendors? Come on, I would not do a video without telling you who my top 5 are. So let's dive into that right now. Here's 5 of my favorite starter vendors that you can get approved for right now. Number 5, Uline. I love Uline. It's one of my favorite all-time business credit building accounts. It's one of my favorite all-time starter vendors. It's one that I featured in my book, Business Credit Decoded, that I wrote over 10 years ago. Look, Uline sells shipping supplies, and they report your payments to Experian and Dun & Bradstreet. So you're actually getting 2 payment experiences because they report to 2 business credit reporting agencies. And you're also building business credit with 2 reporting agencies at the same time, which is pretty cool. And they are a true starter vendor, meaning if you've built a fundable foundation, they will give you credit even when you have no other credit. And that brings me to number 4 on my list, which is Marathon. Look, if you're in the transportation industry, this is a game changer because you're able to get a corporate credit account with Marathon to be able to get gas and be able to get repairs, maintenance of vehicles, and the account they'll give you also reports to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian. And they'll oftentimes give you net 30 terms or longer, which means you're able to get those repairs done, the fuel, and not even have to pay the bill for 30 days. Now, they might require a personal guarantee and may require a $500 deposit. It depends on how strong your foundation is. If you set up a fundable foundation and you got even a couple accounts on your business credit reports, Marathon may approve you without the PG and deposit. But if you don't have enough, then they may require the personal guarantee and $500 deposit to get you started. So it's your choice. You can either start with Marathon right away or wait until you have a few accounts reporting and have a better chance of getting this account without the personal guarantee and without the deposit. And this brings me to number 3 on my list. And number 3 on my list is also one of my all-time favorites, which is Granger. I love Granger. Here's why. If you just have a license for your business, which you could go get right now today in your county, Granger typically will approve you for a $2,500 credit line as a starter vendor with no other credit on your business credit reports, just because you have a business license. Now, don't get me wrong, Granger will approve you even without the business license, but the business license propels you to an approval typically of $2,500 or more. And they report to Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax. Look, a lot of credit building accounts don't report to Equifax. So anytime you can get an account that reports to Equifax business, you want to get, because Equifax is what's used by a lot of lenders to determine approval decisions. So you want to make sure that you actually build business credit with any chance you get with Equifax, and this is one of the best accounts to do it. Plus, they are a true starter vendor. Even if you have no accounts in your business credit reports, you're still able to get Granger. And even though I don't need outdoor work supplies like they sell, I oftentimes are using Granger for things like first aid kits, batteries, and many other things as well. And this brings me to number 2 on my list, which is SupplyWorks. Now, this is actually a Home Depot company, and SupplyWorks actually reports to Experian, and they'll approve you for a net 30 account. And once again, they are a true starter vendor. You're able to get approved for this account even if you don't have other accounts on your business credit reports now. And this brings me to my number 1 of the 5, which isn't ranked in any particular order, which is Phillips 76. And much like Marathon, Phillips 76 is a vendor that you can use to start building business credit. Now, if your foundation isn't built strong enough, if you don't have at least a couple accounts on your business credit reports, they, again, like Marathon, may ask for a $500 deposit and a personal guarantee, so you decide where they fit in. If you're in the transportation industry, you might want to grab Phillips 76 and Marathon right away. But if you're not, well, these might be ones you get after some of the other ones that we've mentioned, so you don't need the deposit and so you don't need the personal guarantee. The choice is yours, but those are 5 of my favorite starter vendors that you can use to build initial business credit. All right, so here's some of my best tips to be able to take this information so far and apply it. First of all, make sure you're getting approved for multiple of these accounts. The more payment experiences you have, the more types of credit become available for you as you continue to build business credit. Make sure you're actually getting the credit and using it and paying the bill on time. Look, you have to use the credit, and the more you use it, the higher balances you're accumulating and then paying off, the higher your future limits will be. So if you want to get to $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 limit accounts, you have to be getting the credit and actually using the credit that you're getting. And you also need to make sure you pay those bills on time or early. Your business credit scores are primarily driven based on how you pay. So just by paying your bills on time or early, that'll get you good scores, which unlocks the door for you for even more credit and more financing at better terms. And make sure you're using this account at least every 12 months. Look, if you're using the account at least once a year, then it will continue to calculate into your business credit scores. But if you get a starter vendor like Uline and then eventually you stop using them, well, then you won't get credit for paying that account as agreed anymore. So once a year, just go back and buy something, even if it's a minimal purchase, to continue to acquire those payment experiences, because the more of those you have and the more positive payments you have, the more tiers of credit that become available to you as you walk through the business credit building process. All right, so here's some tips and resources. First of all, you can go to creditsuite.com/foundation for our step-by-step mini course, which teaches you how to build your business credit fundability the right way to be able to have the best chance of getting approved right away when you start applying. The second thing is grab our step-by-step business credit building guide at creditsuite.com/EIN. That guide gives you access to even more starter vendors and walks you through the exact steps you're going to want to take to successfully build your business credit. Hey, did you get value from this training? If so, make sure you like and subscribe to keep your eye out for our next training where we talk about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.